Hi there, Slide Prepper, and I want to talk a little bit about the homeless situation. One lady sent me a thing talking about the homeless in one of the states, how they rounded them up, sent them to a camp, many of them was never seen again. The thing is, then another article I read was talking about they was snatched and being grabbed in a white van and disappearing. Another situation where I read an article was that many people who was feeding the homeless noticed a decline in the homeless situation. Many of the larger cities has enforced some rules. Among that is that the churches and things are not allowed to feed them anymore. They can be arrested for it. That happened in one of the states. So it's a lot of what ifs. The fact is, homeless people are easy targets to kidnap for organ transplants, to do experiments on, or any number of things can be in that situation. The camps, yes, they talked about there's some of the camps has been opened up. Many people who are living on the streets have been rounded up and sent to these camps for a particular reason. They're trying to enforce this whole situation where they say they can get their medical treatments and stuff and psychiatric evaluation, get off the drugs, get off the alcohol, and help them be more productive by getting them back into society. For most of them. But what about the ones that don't adapt? I mean, what about the ones that cannot adapt to that situation? Their problems, their mental issues are so severe, or their alcoholism is so severe, or their drug addiction is so severe that their health is deteriorated to the point they'll never be able to function in a normal society. So there is a question. It could be they're being abducted by aliens. Who knows? There is a possibility of aliens abducting homeless people. There's also a possibility of, if you've ever watched any of the movies talking about the toxic waste being illegally dumped in the sewer systems and things like that, and that they're found barrels and things that shouldn't be in an area, contaminated the water, contaminated the area. There's a possibility there is illegal dumping sites in some of the older sewer areas that was built in the 1700s and the 1800s, or even the 1600s. As far as that goes, we did not declare our independence until 1776. So many of those sewer systems have been shut down for years and not in use anymore. The same way as many of the subway systems are no longer in use. So we do not know what is in those areas. We do not know what has been illegally dumped there or what toxins has created whatever mutations. If you ever watched the old movie called Chud, C-H-U-D, it was showing the mutants where people, humans and stuff had been contaminated that became cannibals in the situation. It's showing they was attacking the city. They coming out of the sewers everywhere. This is also a possibility. Also, it's a possibility that many people who are consuming human flesh as a delicacy. We don't know what some of these so-called organizations do. You got internet on top of internet, false things, and people gets into these rooms and stuff. I remember watching Criminal Minds, showing where they go on auction by this one guy had these legs. He was obsessed with these legs. He was buying these legs online to have as his little souvenir. He was obsessed with them. Another one was buying people online to murder. So the thing is, it's easy to take homeless people off the street. It's easy to take the runaways off the street. One of the shows I seen where they was taking young people and offered them jobs or whatever, and they was using them for organ parts. And once they was done with them, they was cremating the parts and getting rid of them in that situation. So there is a big question on it. The cities are tightening down on the homeless and getting rid of them and relocating them and moving them around. My son's been living on the streets for years. Now, this is his choice of life. Do I wish he would come off? Yes, I do, because it's getting harder and harder out there. And as he gets older, there's more chances of it. But the thing is that was a life that he chose. So he put himself at risk. He's talking about that he has been picked up by the people and was escorted out of town. He was been run out of parts and things like that. So people who choose that lifestyle for whatever reason, whether it's mental issues, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, some of them it was due to being in the military. They cannot function any longer. Some of them lost their entire families, whatever the reason is. Many of them is mental issues. So they're out there. Many of them has no ID, no name. They just non-existent basically, unless they get in trouble, and then they can fingerprint now and they can pull up their records and see who they are. But most of the time, they just don't really want to worry with them so much. They just throw them in the cell for the night or whatever, and then they release them the next day, or they'll totally escort them out somewhere else and get them out of town or take them to another town. We had a lady down in Tennessee who was like that. They finally just put her into another town. They just transport her. Then when they had enough of her in that town, they moved her to another town. So where are the homeless going? Are the homeless going missing? Are they going to the camps? Is it alien abduction? Is it abduction for experiments? I mean, we got black programs, underground programs that people don't know about. Are they being used for their organs? Are they being used for experiments? Are they being genetically changed or whatever the reason? Are they being put on the black market for whatever reason, for games? I mean, you got people out there that's going to hunt humans down for the pure sport of it. You don't know. The larger cities are moving them, relocating them, getting them out of the way. They've made laws already where you cannot feed them. The churches get arrested over it. The communities get arrested over for feeding the homeless. Their tents and stuff and their little areas are being totally destroyed by law. So what is happening to the homeless? Many of them, there is those out there just flat out lazy. They don't want to work. They have no interest in working. They have more interest in having that bottle to drink or having their drugs or whatever. Many of them, unfortunately, ran away when they was younger. The lifestyle became something they became very used to living. They did not know any other lifestyle except that. They had developed an area for them to live in and stuff. But they also, not all of them stands on the street corner and begs for money. Some of them goes out, collects aluminum cans. They save copper. They do little odd jobs, to make that little bit of money. But they're not able to function in a normal, everyday society. They've lived like that so long, they cannot function in that situation. So it's something to think about. Where are they going? Are they going missing? Are they being experimented on? Are they being sent to camps? Where? You tell me what you think. This is Life Prepper here. I want you to be safe, be happy. Bless you all.